Oh wait, the thing is. Hold up, let me fix that. Okay. Oh, Dirt is here. Oh, okay. What's up,
Where's
guys?
Dirt?
Little technical problem there in the beginning. It was Timmy's fault. Um. So, what's up, guys? Welcome to High Crimes episode number 8. Wow, the numbers are stacking up. That's a lot of episodes. It's like more than any other show has ever done. Um,
We're
yeah.
racking them up.
Um, so as you guys can probably tell, this is gonna be an interesting episode. You could just tell by the awesome thumbnail that I made that Dingle didn't like. It's it's pretty awesome. Did you like the thumbnail, Timmy?
Disclaimer.
Yeah, it
Yep.
has a disclaimer because the guy is a jerk. Um, before we got this episode, or before we got the stream started here, I was going to say something. I was gonna tell these guys something that I may have never told them about before, but one of my friends that I grew up with, right? He was going out with this girl, and the he broke up with her, and like I think a couple weeks later she's going out with a new guy or something, or a couple, I don't know if she was dating someone else, but she went to a Justin Bieber concert basically, right? Right after she had broken up with my friend. She went to a Justin Bieber concert and she got pregnant around that time. And she claimed that it was Justin Bieber's baby, right? And um, basically, it was this huge thing that if you look it up, she got interviewed on, like, I don't know, it's a big thing, big news things and everything. Because she was claiming that Justin Bieber like met her backstage or something, and they did the deed, whatever, and is she got pregnant, and so basically, one thing about it, okay, for one, it was a lie that she just made up to try to get attention and stuff, and two, one thing about it that was really stupid is she didn't think about her lie through enough, and she was actually she was an adult at the time, and Justin Bieber was under 18. So she was, yeah, so she was basically saying she committed grape. And by the way, Timmy, don't say that the real word. You gotta say fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but I just thought I'd mention that it's a pretty interesting thing. Basically, my friend, he ended up coming home one day, and TMZ, as well as other news things, were there to interview him because they figured out that he just broken up with her weeks prior to that. They wanted to interview him about her and everything, and he sat there and haggled with them and got like 2 or 3 grand for an interview with him.
Nice.
Yeah,
Smart guy.
yeah.
Smart guy.
But
Good
yeah,
shit.
one crazy story. And here's one of the craziest parts of this whole story. Justin Bieber made a song about this. It's called Mariah. Go look it up. Listen to the story I just told you, and look at the lyrics. A lot of people probably thinks when he's saying that's not my baby or whatever, they probably think he's talking about like that's not my girlfriend or whatever, because they don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about a literal baby
Oh my god.
and all that. I was thinking of maybe making a video about that, but yeah. Okay, so sorry to throw off the topic. I was gonna tell it to these guys before the episode started, but all right. So this is gonna be a pretty awesome episode. You can just a disclaimer
Oh.
here. We make jokes on these shows, so it's gonna be really horrible stories and some what's the word I'm looking for?
Mm.
God, I don't know. Crude humor. There's lots of crude humor in these episodes. That's what I'm looking for. So, and apparently there's the following content may contain suicide or self-harm topics. Viewer discretion is advised, guys. Be advised. This guy's a jerk.
Nice. We warned you.
Maybe dressing up in a nice suit, sneaking into her house, disabling her boyfriend. I'd bring a pretty dress with me to dress her up in, and I could, I don't know, probably decapitate her, as I prefer my women dead. I'd dress her up.
See, as soon as I saw this, I thought, Gene.
My God.
This reminds me of Gene. This totally sounds like when Gene says asexual, he means whatever this guy's into. That's what he likes.
I'd stitch her up. Kind of try to work the head back on, perhaps.
This dude
I'd
is
go to
nuts.
town, and it would be a nice.
Yeah, did you hear that part? It's like they give you a little preview into like a crazy part. But it's like he said he'd want to decapitate a bitch, dress her up, try to fasten the head back on good enough, and
go to town.
Yeah, and that's how he prefers his women. Him and Jared should hang out. They both prefer their women in a really horrible state.
This is 17-year-old Kevin Davis, and in 2014, he lived with his mother, Kimberly, in the state of Texas. Kimberly had devoted her life to caring for the sick and the injured, and she did her best to raise her son by herself. Kevin suffered from several different types of mental health disorders, which would lead to him spending most of his time alone or with his mother.
Drunken Crow, if you want, you can come join us on this episode, cool guy. I don't know whether or not you'd want to be on an episode talking about a guy who turned his mom into a pocket pussy. I don't know but you're welcome to come. You just come into tell me that you want to come in and go into the Dank Dumpster chat. One of the Dank Dumpster chats, the waiting room. If you want to join.
Kimberly did her best to get Kevin to socialize and partake in normal activities, but he would tell his mother that he hated people and he was tired of living his life.
Yeah, he's 17 years old. He looks a little older than that, maybe.
I was telling you before I talked to you.
17, he looks 30? Does he look 30?
I mean, yeah.
I think he looks in his early 20s.
Maybe. I don't know.
Whatever.
Maybe it's the hairline.
Some people. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does have kind of a receding hairline for his age. Well, yeah. That is odd at 17 for his hairline to look like that. Now that you mention that, that's a 17. Like, if he was like my age or something, I could get it more. Looking like that, that's normal. But 17, it's like your hair just came in, buddy.
This guy was really stressed.
People, and he was tired of
What'd you say?
He was really stressed.
living his life.
Apparently.
I was telling you before I talk to you, we just need to read your eyes, make sure you understand, what's going on. Right now you're accused of murder. Understand that? Okay.
I like the reaction already from it. He's just like, just like.
That was right.
He's like, so you do like to eat applesauce, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's like just so casual. Okay, yeah.
These rights were read or explained to me before the statement. I do hereby, knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily, waive the rights listed above. No one has threatened me, forced me, or promised me anything to make this statement.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, you can go ahead and sign it right here.
Date, time.
Yeah.
On March 27th, 2014, Kevin asked his mother for permission to die, because he just could not live anymore. This made Kimberly very upset, and she did her best to talk him out of it, but he just would not listen. Realizing that she was not getting through to him, Kimberly decided it was best that Kevin go live with his older sister. Kevin did not like being told that he would be leaving his home, and he decided that in that moment, he wanted to take his mother's and his sister's life.
Like saying earlier, you've talked to some people, you want to get some stuff off your chest. We're here to listen to you.
Why are you here? What happened?
And tell us what happened.
Well, has anybody gone to the house yet? Do you really?
We know what happened.
We have, but we want to hear it from you.
He's like, did you look at what I did? Like,
Oh my god! I mean, have you
like,
seen it?
do I have to explain it to you? I mean, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea. You don't know the details. Start at the beginning, man. What caused all this?
Well, the very beginning, I asked my mother for permission to die,
Wait,
or rather,
Shibesky?
kind of commit suicide.
Huh?
Sorry to interrupt right now, but I want to show you something.
What? Is that a dog?
His name is Shibesky.
No way.
Yeah,
You really
Chad
did name
Jr.
it Shabisky? Yeah, you need to keep it Shabisky.
Shibesky.
But where the fuck did that come from?
He's actually my cat's nephew.
Oh, it's
One of his sisters had babies, and my mom was gonna get rid of him. I was like, oh, I'll take him.
Oh God. I kind of wish I could have one cat for Jack, because then he'd leave me the fuck alone a lot. They'd be kissing on each other and everything, but maybe that's possible if I got some little thing like that, you know? Like, I'd definitely be putting it.
Extras.
Yeah, I'd be putting its life at risk, but hey, like, it's all for Jack. Okay?
We've got a couple of tries. I think she's still got like 5 kittens over there.
Feel like at the very least he'd probably be open to a little kitten and be more likely to be like, okay, I won't kill it. It is cute. Look at it, lick itself. It is cute. I won't fucking kill it.
You're so precious. Little
Jack-
Shibesky.
Jack is like this guy that we're watching and inside.
Maniac.
He's a maniac. If you saw the amount of things he's murdered throughout his life, it's amazing.
He's a murderer.
He's got a crazy kill count. All right, here we go. But yeah, he's cute. Is that Calico?
No, he's a tabby. Actually, funny you mentioned it, there is another kitten in this house.
Oh
It's
yeah, no,
Calico.
he's not Calico. Yeah.
Because we're keeping one for Danny's dad until he can
Did
come
you see
down
my
and pick it
picture
up.
of my Calico kitty? You ever seen me share it?
Honestly, I think like they have pretty similar patterning. I think. if I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
she was
had,
so-
like a half black face.
Something like that. She was the cutest. She had a nose that was just straight pink. It was really cute. I miss her. I have to settle for this Jack guy. He won't leave my sight for most of the time. He's laying on the chair next to me. He
That
thinks
cat
it.
loves you, man.
Yeah, he thinks the chair. He thinks that's his. I think that he's came to the conclusion like the chair is really his.
Yeah.
It's only put there so that he can sit there and look at me while I'm doing whatever the fuck I'm doing here. You know?
When you're in it, you're just keeping it warm for him.
Yeah.
The sort of beating around the bush sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, that doesn't really matter why I wanted to kill myself.
Sure it does. Tell us.
I'm bored with life. I don't like life. I don't
Mhm.
like people. I don't like living it, basically. There's really anything depressing about it. It just is what it is. And so, I wrote the note. I did.
When did you write the note?
Around 6-ish, 7-ish?
Today or yesterday?
Yesterday
Yesterday. Okay.
That's in the afternoon or morning.
afternoon.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then,
She get upset with you?
no, actually, I mulled it over. And then on a whim, actually, I turned it over, wrote a plan to kill both my mother and my sister, quite frankly, because that's always been a thing of mine. I'm a bit of a pervert.
Wait, what? It's always been a thing of mine. I'm a bit of a pervert. And he's talking about killing his mom and his sister. He didn't even mention anything sexual in that. Just murdering, and he says I'm a pervert. It's because that's where his mind goes immediately with death.
He
it
knows
goes.
what he done.
He's death sexual or something. Like he wants. It's a what, necrophiliac? Is that the right term?
That's right.
Damn, yeah.
That's the word.
He's death sexual.
Fantasy thing.
It is, actually.
Yeah, that's the PC
That's
term.
the best laid plans never work out, apparently, or at least the one scribbled on a piece of paper, because she had decided she was sick of this stuff. She was going to go send me to live with my sister again. And so I kind of leapt off in a fury and just did it right then and there.
Kevin used a cord from his Xbox to try and choke his mother, and when that did not work, he grabbed a nearby hammer and swung it around 20 times until he took his mother's life. He then removed the clothing from Kimberly and sexually abused her lifeless body. After he was finished, Kevin walked to his mother's bedroom, where he would write a note that said, "Chase me. Oh, and sorry for the mess."
Okay, you did what?
Well,
Chase me, and sorry for the mess. So yeah, he was trying to make an escape, I guess, and he didn't get away in time or something.
Wow.
And just like the thumbnail says, that's when he lost his virginity. That day when he killed his mom and had sex with her lifeless body.
I wonder what Cobes would think of this sicko.
Yeah. He would make a new shirt, dude, I bet. Screw this guy.
I tried to strangle her with a cord, a ripped cord from a video game console controller. That didn't work, huh?
What was this out of your father's finger?
She was sitting on the couch watching TV.
Okay.
That didn't work out too well. She started screaming, and so I went to her room, opened a drawer at the very bottom to the right. I pulled out a hammer. I went back in the living room, and, well, you kind of get the gist from there.
And well, you kind of get the gist from there.
She was out pretty quickly. Kind of tried to play dead at first, but then I finished it.
So you hit her with a hammer when she was sitting in the sofa in the living room?
No, first I tried to strangle her, and that didn't work. She grabbed the cord, so I raced back into her room, grabbed the hammer, came back out, and then did it.
How many times?
How many times did you hit her with a hammer in the living room?
At least 20, but then she was still alive. I dragged her into the room, as you probably clearly saw, and then I kind of warmed my hands into her brains to kind of just cut it. She was still snoring.
Okay, so she was still alive?
She was still alive.
And you went...
He said he forced his hand into her brain. So, to like... Oh my god. Yeah, so he...
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, he didn't just beat her to death with a hammer. And he said I forced my hands into her brain to try and just cut it, because she was still snoring. Oh, wow. Snoring. Yeah, that's crazy that in that kind of situation someone can be snoring. But yeah.
Well, it's about all
You're
body's
still-
capable of in that scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna make some
Yeah.
gurgles.
Yeah.
Snoring.
Okay, so she was still alive?
She was still alive.
And you went in there and you kind of grabbed those brains?
Yeah, finished it.
Alright. Did you use a knife on her?
Actually, I was going to, but no, I didn't get to do that.
Did you,
Didn't get to.
did you, I guess you never got to stab her with a knife?
No,
It was all with a hammer?
it was all with the hammer in my hand.
And where did you hit her with a hammer?
The head.
All in the head area?
All in the head, I believe. I may have gotten her hand because she was covering herself.
Is this in the front or the back of the head?
Top, back. mainly. No, actually, the entrance wound is around yonder somewhere here.
Kevin decided that he would leave his sister alone, so he hopped onto his bike and pedaled down a set of railroad tracks, hoping to leave town. He did not make it very far before he noticed a home, and he knocked on the door and asked to use the phone. He told the owners that he had just committed murder. Kevin called 911 and told the dispatcher what had happened. He was arrested and brought in for questioning.
Okay. And then, so when you dragged her to the living room, to the bedroom, you kept on hitting her there?
Yeah, I kind of went.
That's where that's when you reached in and grabbed her brain?
Yeah, I kicked at it a bit. Then I just, that was kind of silly, but then I just decided to reach in and kind of just do it.
Mm-hmm. And then what did you do after that?
Then I had sex with her corpse.
You did? Okay. Did you come inside her?
I did, actually.
Have you ever done that before, like had sex with her?
No, I haven't, actually.
This is just the first time?
Oh, yeah, I lost my virginity to a corpse.
Okay. Did you change in the bathroom? Did you?
I did. I took a bath before.
It's crazy how, I talked about this before, but it's just so crazy how the interrogator here, whatever, how their job works. Like, they get told
the next thing.
Yeah, they get told the most craziest, absurd bullshit that they've ever heard in their life, and they gotta just be like, "Oh, yeah, okay." And then what did you do? What next? Then what did you do with their body? It's like, afterwards, after this was done, they're like, "Holy fucking shit, today was crazy." But during this whole thing,
a bad day at work for them.
Yeah, but for them, they have to just keep it casual the whole time. Act like they're being told, just like, yeah, you like scrambled eggs? What else do you like with your breakfast? Yeah, you like sausages on the side? No, you prefer bacon? Okay, all right. While they're being told that he killed his mom and lost his virginity to her dead body. That's the craziest shit.
Than my penis.
Yeah, Shad, you
Well,
do
that's a
great
little
at this.
personal, but
You should have a job
I could
like
do
this.
this job. I'd be awesome. Like,
Me
yeah, I
in there with,
killed
like,
her
good cop, bad cop.
and raped her or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, all right. And then.
Yeah, I need to clean it off, and so
It's like the dude, I lost my car, or dude, where's my car? and then. That's,
and then I.
you know what I'm talking about? That when they're going to the fast food place.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about your sister? What's your sister's name?
Desiree Hill.
Is she okay?
She is okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Where does she live?
At an apartment actually very near here. That big kind of Hispanic thing. Like Spanish-looking building.
Mm-hmm.
It's an old apartment complex with a code.
Was it a fantasy of yours to kill her as well?
It
and
was.
Did you write down that on your note?
Oh, I did actually, but
Isn't it crazy to think that if his mom would have told him to just go kill himself, she would be alive still probably today, and he would be the one that's dead? Isn't that crazy? But because she's like, no, I don't want you to kill yourself, son. I love you. She ends up getting killed for it. It's like, that's so fucked up. That is so fucked up.
I decided against it because, well, I'd had my fill of killing. I didn't. Seemed a little much.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed a little
Kevin was
much.
diagnosed
Seemed a
by a
little
court-appointed
much. Bro, he literally did probably one of the most brutal things you could do to a human. And, yeah, it seemed a little much. Well, maybe it's a little more than I bargained for.
Well,
Okay.
I think he's referring to just the idea of him killing more people. It's a little too much. Like
He's satisfied.
yeah, he's saying.
I thought maybe that was like a hint, like a semblance of some kind of.
No, they asked him there. They
trying
were
to
like, I think they asked him there why he didn't go and kill more and why he just turned himself in. And he's like, I was thinking of killing more, but I thought, it's a little much. Like, it's like he's talking. I don't know what. It's like he's just talking about like eating a little bit too much food or something, trying to be on a diet or something. I don't know. It's just something so casually said by him. Like, I was gonna kill more people, but I thought, why? I'd rather just go eat some Taco Bell or something, and it's a little much, a little too much in one day. Maybe tomorrow.
So yeah, I mean, Crow made a good point. He tried to leave town on a bike going down the railroad tracks. He, doesn't sound like he thought this out very well. I imagine he probably didn't bring any water or anything, and he got like so far down the railroad tracks and he saw a house. He's like, yeah, fuck this. I could turn myself in so I can get a drink of water or something,
Yeah, I feel like his story though. I think he quickly gave up into it. I think he didn't travel far enough to like really be like, oh, I'm really thirsty or something. I think he just gave in real quick. I think he doesn't have much emotion for the whole ordeal whatsoever, and so the same way he wouldn't care about taking someone else's life, he wouldn't care about being turned in. He don't care about shit. So he's just like, that's why it was just like, yeah, it's a little much. Whatever. I'd rather just be lazy and turn myself in. Sounds like a little too much work, killing more people.
Yeah, 006, I'm pretty fucked up over the brain thing, too.
Yeah. Yeah,
up.
he wanted to finish her off, and instead of, like, cutting her neck or something, he shoves his hand into her brain or whatever. What the fuck?
Psychiatrist as having antisocial personality disorder. Kevin also considered himself a serial killer, as he openly admitted that if he were ever to be released from prison, he would kill again. It seems Kevin was a serial killer in the making, but what made a 17-year-old suddenly snap and take his own mother's life and, afterwards, violate her corpse?
She was excessive, yeah.
So after you went in and you killed her, and you made sure that she was dead by grabbing her brain, moving her around, then you took her clothes off, or what? Or was she already unclothed?
I actually had to drag her by her clothes to get her in there. It was very laborious, actually.
So she's a pretty big woman, she's heavy.
Yeah.
Hey, is she your natural mother? Biological mother?
Yeah, actually she is my natural mother.
Mm-hmm.
I take after my father.
Okay.
Hey, what kind of thrill did you get by having sex with her?
I'd always loved my mother, I guess in the wrong sort of way, but a kind of love, I guess. Maybe some rage.
God.
Maybe
What'd she
just a
say?
little.
What'd he say there? I love death?
I didn't hear that part.
Or something?
I always loved my mother in the wrong sort of way.
Yeah.
What
Was it in a Freudian style?
Freudian? I kind of get where you're coming from. Sure, why not? Yeah.
All right. Have you killed anybody else before?
I have not.
You just fantasized about it?
I just fantasy, yeah.
What got you to this point? Tell us about what got you to this point. Did you hate life? You wanted to commit suicide? Oh, what did you say about when you told her you wanted in a roundabout way to commit suicide? She said no. She said yes. What did she say to you?
She said, basically I'm a grown man and what I do, she can't really stop me. She was distraught over it, of course. I mean,
Of course.
yeah, she said she'd cope with it. I mean, if you kill, and that's kind of why she wanted me to go away. Why she called my sister to come pick me up, and that's kind of why I just left.
So at that point you got pissed?
Not necessarily. I just knew it was time to act now or never.
People suffering from ASPD may behave impulsively with no regards to the needs of other people. As they mature into adults, they will fail to conform to basic social norms, which will make it difficult to form relationships with other people. They will seem odd or strange to those around them. They will also find it difficult to hold a job, which will in turn make it hard for them to create a stable life. They are very irritable and angry, lack remorse if they hurt someone, and they make sure to meet only their own needs by taking what they want. Someone who suffers from the most severe ASPD symptoms is labeled a psychopath.
And then there's a second note in your mom's bedroom. What did that one say? Do you remember?
Chase me.
Was that addressed to the police or to who?
I was in a very playful mood at the time.
Okay.
I just wanted to run. Just wanted to see how far I could get. But
Yeah. So what? Your plan was to leave town, or what? According to one of the notes that you wrote.
Oh, yeah,
But a bus,
actually, yeah,
maybe
the Greyhound bus. I was going to try to get out of state or anything, really.
Okay. But I guess something else happened. You ended up at somebody's house.
No,
What
actually.
happened?
I told you my plan was foiled because she talked to me. She said my sister's going to come pick me up now, like in a few minutes,
Uh-huh.
go live with her, and that's when I said it's time to act,
Okay.
now or never.
I see.
I just went over to their house to use their phone, and then I was using their phone, so I thought I might as well tell them when they asked me questions. I mean, they had questions on using their phone. Initially, my plan was just to run as far as I can, but then I ended up crying my eyes out in, like, the thick woods, like, what did I do? And I realized, you don't know what you lost till you've already lost it. And so I knew that my life wasn't going to go anywhere, not anymore, so I just kind of gave it up midway.
Mm-hmm.
Most serial killers will share the same characteristics, and Kevin would also have many of these traits. They can include antisocial behavior, lack of responsibility, need for excitement, poor behavior controls, acting impulsively, shallow emotions, deceitful, manipulative, lack of empathy or guilt, and lastly, they can be very charming but insincere.
You feel sorry you did this to your mom?
In a way, yes, but I wouldn't take back what I did.
Wow.
It's strange, really. I did love her. In a way.
You being mean to me?
Oh, no, she's been the best mother.
Wow. I wouldn't take it. Wouldn't take it back. He says.
Okay, so she is nothing
been
that
the best
she
mother.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely nothing, no.
If I was to ask you what did she do to deserve this, what would you answer?
Absolutely nothing. I'm a terrible,
Terrible person.
disgusting person. Yeah, basically.
How'd you come up with the idea to kill her and have sex with her?
How did I come up with it?
Yeah, was it?
It's been a developing
Just,
idea. My dream.
But you haven't gotten ideas from games or videos, or you're not into some of those dark games?
Some things inspired me, but they did not necessarily plant the seed.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? They didn't plant the seed, but they did egg me on, rather, I guess.
Is that the books you've been reading?
Not necessarily. I watched them. I recently got into watching some foreign movies, creepy stuff, not necessarily mainstream horror, the kind of stuff that you keep away from.
Oh, okay. So are you into witchcraft? Anything like that?
No.
Kevin did what most people would find impossible
witchcraft?
to do, and
Yeah, he's just trying to see if he's into any other weird stuff, I guess. Just probing around.
that
or
is,
whatever.
killing their own mother. How could someone kill the woman who gave birth to them and then took care of them their entire lives? This type of crime is called a parricide and is defined as someone who kills one or both of their parents. People who commit parricides are usually single males who live at home and suffer from psychiatric disorders. The murders are often overly violent.
We should outlaw being male.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
And a knife or blunt object is the weapon of choice. The trigger is either drugs or something as trivial as an argument. It seems that Kevin's crime shares every single trait as others who have also committed parricides.
Well, despite how I ended her life, I'm kind of more fascinated by the more artistic ways of murder, the meticulous manner, the way they cut them open, just slice them to pieces. I mean, such care, such love.
Such care, such love.
What the fuck?
That's like shit. This reminds me of some Dexter shit or something. The way
Dexter
he
never
talks.
beat Cavitron.
I know, but the way he, I don't know, the way he talks
he's
about it.
romanticizing it.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like cutting them with a knife, really, precisely and stuff like that is loving. And so it's like, what?
Where did the hammer come from that you used?
From her drawer.
Okay.
Yes.
And then after you killed her, you just left it there, the hammer?
I did.
Yeah, because you saw a hammer there next to her body. That's the one you used.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there was some blood in the knife, but you said you never used it. I guess just blood just from where you grabbed it around the...
Oh, that knife. Actually, I used that to stir her brains up a little, but then that didn't really work out, so I just...
Oh my
decided to
god.
Did you do that?
This is such a, don't you love how he forgets a huge fact like that? Don't you love that? It's like... It's fucking crazy how... Oh, it's like, oh yeah, I did actually use a knife to stab her brain and stir it up a bit. I forgot about that part. Yep.
Drunken's in the chat.
No, that's not the real drunken. The real drunken would touch my wee-wee.
Never. He would never.
Is that the real drunken?
Drunken.
If that's the real drunken, then touch my wee-wee. Also... Wait, is that drunken? Not drunken. I'm getting rid of him.
Yeah, this is actually Scotty.
Whoa. So drunken, real quick. Just want to say, be careful not to say certain words. Don't use the R word. Say grape instead, and don't say like the P word, like what Jared is. Stay away from certain sensitive words. Okay.
We're super sensitive here on the Dank
Super
Dumpster
sensitive.
Okay,
This guy did kill and fuck his mom's dead corpse, though. I just want to say that after I was done saying.
We can say that.
Yes,
That we can say.
Yeah, just don't.
Oh
You gotta
my God.
say grape if you want to say that one crazy word. All right. So let me see. Let me open the chat back up. So yeah, guys, if you're enjoying this episode, this crazy episode about this awesome cool guy story, make sure to tip, guys. Tip right now. In fact,
This cool guy's story.
yeah, it's obviously cool guy story. Not because of this guy, but this guy. Look at this guy. This is a cool guy.
He does look like he's out of a detective movie.
He's fucking cool.
In the living room or the bedroom? Because we found that it wasn't in the bedroom.
I may have started at...
So,
Yeah, actually, I used a knife in the living room, and then didn't I take it with me?
so her brains were already kind of coming out in the living room when you dragged her?
Yes, but she was still snoring like a baby, and so I just kind of dragged her.
Explain to her how you grabbed her so that you wouldn't leave such a mess in the carpet.
That
Did you carry her from underneath the arms and just dragged her, or how did you drag her?
was very sloppy, actually. I kind of just winged it. I dragged her from her shirt. I dragged her by her legs. I dragged her by any way I kind of felt. I mean,
Okay.
I don't really exert physical labor, too, so I'm not a very strong person.
After Kevin killed his mother, he then partook in what is called necrophilia. Kevin could have left his mother alone, but he chose to violate her lifeless body instead. He could have done this for many reasons. Perhaps his mother had been very dominant his entire life, and this was his way of getting back at her and show her he was finally in control. Kevin was 17 and still a virgin, and perhaps his desire to have sex with a female was so overpowering that he gave in to his
What's up, Ty? On the sixth video on your YouTube front page, that's a sign from from the Lord Jesus himself, for you to subscribe. Click the subscribe button. Help us get to 3,000 subs.
impulses.
Do your part.
Maybe it was neither of those things, and in his own sick and twisted way, he found joy in violating a corpse. Or maybe he was just curious.
Did you ever tell anybody else what your plans were? That, what you wanted to do, your mom or your sister?
No, but over the years, there were hints. As a younger boy, I was a lot dumber, a lot more angsty, I said things, but I guess they basically brushed it off. I guess the hints were everywhere, but they're my family. Family looks past that kind of stuff, or they try to not look at it, I guess.
Let me ask you, at this point, what do you consider yourself? You consider yourself, I'm going to use a dirty word, okay, but I don't mean to insult you, okay? Do you consider you mentally disturbed? Do you consider yourself crazy? What do you consider yourself, any of those? Or you think you're okay? You just got some bad thoughts?
I'm not mentally disturbed. I mean, I'm sane. I know exactly what I did. I know that wrong in the tradition.
He's sane, guys. Listen to him. He said it.
He's
so-
totally sane.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with him or something. What made you think that? Cheers, you guys. Whoa, there's a pumpkin on our stream. Ready for October.
Damn. Why can't this man just not be some sort of vegetable or fruit? I like how we're in the same universe, though. We got a color scheme going here. Shabisky needs a cool guy background. So we get a blurry green screen. What's it for, Shab, if you're just going to put blur over it?
You don't know stuff. Okay?
I don't like the fact that anytime I fucking wear something and put myself on camera, I get made fun of.
You better help me with this goal, pumpkin. Okay?
Dude, Tier is so right. Dab, Jesus really did send me. See?
Yeah, see?
YouTube, the algorithm worked. It showed you something you
And I'm not kidding about the goal, guys. You guys better help me with that goal. I'm looking at yous. Okay?
It's your
guys.
sense of wrong.
Hello.
It was just a fantasy you had, and you had to carry it out.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Now I feel vaguely,
Right.
kind of like I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you still feel like, well, you're done with your mom. Do you still feel like you want to keep on killing? To keep on, with other fantasies? Or how do you feel?
One of the strangest things about this case was how Kevin decided to stop and use the phone to turn himself in. He had just gotten a taste of murder and sex, and he knew that if he made the phone call, he would spend the rest of his life in jail. So what made him call 911? Most serial killers never turn themselves in, but in the 1940s, a killer known as the Lipstick Killer left a message for the world to read. He wrote this message on the mirror right above his second victim. "For heaven's sakes, catch me before I kill more. I cannot control myself." Maybe Kevin knew that he could not control himself, so he turned himself in. Maybe he realized he would not get away with it, or perhaps he just wanted the world to know what he had done.
I came here to pay for my crime, so I guess I should continue with the truth.
Mhm.
Truthfully,
Yes, definitely.
I would kill again.
Mm-hmm.
how about us? Do you think you want to kill us?
Oh, no, rather, men aren't my thing, actually.
Women.
Yeah.
Again, he's talking about killing. And he talks about a gender preference. Like as if it's...
Jesus Christ.
Like as if we're talking about his sexuality or whatever. It's so weird.
Ugh. Yeah, it's a rough one.
You're like I can't. I hate the sight of some gory or blood or anything like that. It'll make me feel woozy and shit like that. It's crazy to think that's the thing that turns some people on. It's that kind of thing. It's crazy.
Okay.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't. I've never had a girlfriend.
I tell you what, give me your fancy of killing a woman. How would your fancy killing would be?
Oh,
your
this is the beginning where he says what he... Oh my god.
race killing, what would that be?
This is a little peculiar among him. Okay,
I'm not surprised at what I'm going to hear, but you tell me.
maybe dressing up in a nice suit, sneaking into her house, disabling her boyfriend. You know, yeah, I'd bring a pretty dress with me to dress her up in. I was always into strangling, but after
Put the lotion down. I see you drunken.
God.
I see you drunken. Put the lotion down.
that last
It's not
blunder,
lotion, it's
I guess
spit.
maybe something
Whoa.
big and sharp would be more along my thing. Then I could, I don't know, probably decapitate her, as I prefer my women dead.
Okay.
I would dress her up. I'd stitch her up. Kind of try to work the head back on, perhaps. And then I'd go to town, and it would be a night to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd kind of just burn everything and run for the hills.
You mentioned that you lost your virginity to a corpse.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? What happened?
Oh, well, just last night, my mother. Yeah.
Okay, not somebody else. You're talking about your mom.
Yes.
Okay, so before that you had never had sex?
Well, I guess since I'm being quiet about it, I might as well tell you now. And it's on the note too, the PS part. We used to have a gray cat named Claire. Oh yeah, bestiality is a thing of mine too. Now you know. And so I strangled it, I drowned it, and then I cut it open.
Fuck?
You know the rest. You kind of get the rest.
You had sex with a cat, with a dead cat?
Yeah, ripped it open, stuck it in there. Yeah.
Kevin Davis received life in
What the fuck? I was thinking that as a joke before he went that direction. Like that he was going to say an animal or something when he's like, well, I wasn't going to say anything. But, you know, since I'm spilling the beans or whatever. Jesus Christ.
How could it get more fucked up?
Yeah.
How?
Oh my god. This is the most fucked up story we've covered on Dank Dumpster. It has to be.
Yeah.
And it just got more fucked up really quick there with that. Holy shit.
God damn, dude. This is
Wow.
one fucked up motherfucker. Oh my god.
I wonder how
I
old.
thought,
What?
I thought Oedipus was fucked up. The story of Oedipus killing your father, fucking your mom, marrying her, was fucked up. But no, he goes the extra mile and fucks a dead cat.
What
That
the
he
fuck?
killed. Yeah, and.
Wow.
God, and at 17, he hasn't even reached adulthood yet, and he's already done all this crazy shit.
prison, and he will be eligible for parole in 2044. After informing the
Really?
judge that if he is let out, he will kill again, there is a good chance he will remain behind bars for the rest of his life.
Good chance.
Joey, what do you think should happen to you? What do you think your punishment should be?
Whatever the judge, the people, the jury deems fit, I can rot, I can suffer for years, or I can be given the death penalty, whatever they think.
What do you think you deserve? Killing your mom?
I
Having sex with
deserve,
your mom?
I deserve to rot and suffer.
Probably.
Oh, of course, I don't expect people to think very highly of me after this.
Hey. But like I said, I admire you for your honesty. You were honest with us, and you didn't try to bullshit us. Okay, and you're like a man. You came out here and took it like a man.
Yeah.
And when you left their apartments, which way did you go?
I kind of zigzagged around like an idiot because I had no idea where I was going to go. And it's a little leisurely. Because, I mean, after you murder someone, after you cross that kind of line, you don't really think much about it.
Okay, so would you say you went down Highway 44 all the way down to Rockstone?
So real quick, I want to ask everybody in the chat. Now that we know this whole story, did he lose his virginity to the cat, or did he lose his virginity to his mom? Which one did he lose his virginity to? Is it technically losing his virginity when it's a cat?
Nope.
No?
I don't think it's losing virginity when it's a corpse. This man is going to die of
Oh my god. Alright, let's finish this. Only 30 seconds
I
left.
think I did.
I think he fucked the cat before he fucked his dead mom.
Yeah, well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If you're going, oh yeah.
The mom
God,
thing was
dude.
more recent.
Past thing. You could seriously.
Christ alive. Darby, you just missed something awful.
Alright. So,
Jesus.
yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that crazy story. I didn't realize it was such a short thing, but stream almost lasted an hour, almost an hour, and not the end of the world. Some of these episodes are short. Drunken came in late, but there was some good stuff while you were here, right, Drunken? Right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that people enjoyed this. I didn't.
Oh,
even
I
enjoy
enjoyed it. Oh, this is the greatest. Beautiful story. All right. So give this stream a like if you haven't yet. Make sure to subscribe. Be a cool guy like Ty in the chat and subscribe. And I'll be back with another stream here real shortly.